Passholder. And then from there, what you're gonna essentially be doing is putting in your code number that's just below your barcode. If this is your first time doing it, just put that in, fill out your information, and from there you're gonna make that reservation. You'll receive an email. Make sure you have your email ready when you do pass the gates, because you're gonna have a lady who's gonna be scanning them, and you don't want to hold up the line and make people frustrated. So just go ahead, pull up your page in advance, have it there, she'll scan it, and then you can just access the park with no problem. I also wanted to go over the different masks. You know, they have the decorative masks that are cloth. They got kind of the surgical masks, the N95 masks. I wanted to show you which ones that I'll be using on the trip, and which ones I feel more comfortable using. You know, you can take it with a grain of salt, and you can do whatever you want to do, but I'll give you the reasoning behind there. So give me 1 second here. I'm gonna flip the camera over. Alright, so on my left thigh here, I got the cloth mask. I think this is great for work and such, as long as you're not in a very hot, very humid area. And the reason why is because you're going to feel uncomfortable. It's like wearing a layer of fabric on your face. You know, actually for the outdoors, I recommend these. You can pick them up on Aldi. You can pick them up pretty much anywhere. A box of 10, a box of 20. They're disposable. God forbid you go on a water ride, you get this soaked. This is the only mask that you brought. It's just going to make you very frustrated, very irritated, very uncomfortable. Whereas this one, if it gets wet, just toss it in the trash bag. Plus, in any which case, if it's going to get really hot, and in Florida, look, it's 9:30 in the morning, and it's already 82 degrees. God forbid it gets any hotter than that. You're going to want to wear this one for whatever reason. I find it more comfortable on my face. So with that being said, let's go into the next aspect of the theme park. Let's get going. Alrighty everybody, so this is the front gate. As you can probably tell right now, it's gonna be kind of dead. It's 10:25 in the morning, so the park just opened up. Most of these are probably employees, but I wanted to go ahead and show you where you'll be pulling in. And when you do have the silver pass, you do get preferred parking. So we're gonna go on a quick tour of what preferred parking looks like. Alright, let's get started. Parking is currently $25. Motorcycles, cars, campers. Silver Pass members, preferred parking, $15. There you go. That's what that looks like. Alright, I just passed the entrance here. They slap a preferred parking sticker on there. They ask you to follow the blue line, and as you can see, the blue line is on the road there. My wife does hate when I do this, but I just want to go ahead and demonstrate. So you'd be following this blue line here when you're preferred parking. That's with the Silver Pass. Both lanes are open, so let's go ahead and drive very carefully. As you can see, it's very vacant. Now, if you are just visiting for the day, I would encourage you maybe for 2 days. The park is a little over 300 acres, and even though they do have very limited reservations for the day, with them sanitizing the rides pretty frequently, it can take a little longer than expected. So you won't necessarily stand in line for 30, 40, 50 minutes at a time behind somebody, but they do go ahead and they sanitize the rides really regularly, which is great. You just want to feel that safety net there. So we're following this blue line. Now for the folks that are just visiting for the day, park anywhere here, that's going to be ABC, you know, animals. And you do have this trolley right over there. So it does come by regularly. It's actually not too far from the park. As you can see, the roller coasters and everything is right there. But we're following this blue line, and they do have a backup trolley. You can see right there. Alright, so we're just going to keep following this blue line. Essentially, it'll take us to the front parking right here in front of Busch Gardens. And then from there, what you're going to want to do is, of course, they're gonna scan your temperature and make sure that you're okay to come in. But this is what it looks like here. So we're following this blue line, It's very vacant. It's very early in the morning. My goal is to just come out here, grab some footage for you guys of the protocols, and do some follow-up videos in the following days. So we'll just go ahead and park here. Got my mask. I'm gonna bring my own hand sanitizer, and the reason why is the hand sanitizer that they have in the stations is really alcohol-y. You can crack your skin pretty quickly if you are sanitizing your hand after every ride. So let's keep this going. Alright, so we are getting close. I'm right there at that temperature tent. They have these sensors that you just walk right past them, and they'll be able to determine if you are over 100 degrees, 102 degrees if I'm not mistaken. But right now it's kind of quiet. This is, you can see the entrance here. But that's what you'll do when you get here. If it's too terribly busy, you'll form a line. If not, there's basically a walk-in. They do mark the floor every 6 feet, which is great. But let's get past this and let's keep going. Even the lion is following CDC guidelines. So here's ticketing stations. You can do the full service, you can do the credit card self-servicing. But like I said, I already have my pass, so we're just gonna go in. And once we get inside, we're gonna talk a little bit about what they're doing to keep us all safe here. Alright guys, so now since the COVID, they don't have any physical maps. Actually what they have now is the digital maps. If you need to redeem anything regarding your beverages, if you're a platinum member, just want to go over there to the outpost. Hello! You want to make sure you go over there to the outpost to redeem those beverages. Busch Bucks, if they had any, we don't know just yet because the month just started. Otherwise, as soon as you walk in, you're going to present to them the reservation. From there, they'll scan your card and you'll be good to go to the access to park. Oh no, thank you, bud. You do have folks here that are ready to take photos of you, sell you photo packages. But right now, we're going to go ahead and look to see what they've done to keep us all safe. Now, the rides themselves are always sanitized. I've seen it firsthand. They also have plenty of, give me a second here, sanitation stations there. You'll see them littered pretty much throughout the entire park. Employees do wear masks, which is great. Several restaurants are open, although not all of them are, you know. You do also have the sanitation station, designated smoking areas. Check out your ambiance. Not open just yet, but they are anticipating opening it sometime next year due to the whole pandemic. I'm sure they'd like this to open up as soon as humanly possible, but you can see they tore down the walls so you can reveal the ride. My goodness, isn't that such a steep incline? I mean, I'm terrified just looking at the darn thing, you know? It's a pretty big deal. You see the queue there is already all revealed and themed. You know, my wife and I were talking about the lack of theme in Busch Gardens, but it looks like they're trying to switch it up, you know, with the inclusion of Kumba curse. It seems like they're trying to go in the theme direction there. Let's see, we're walking up across, just right there. Oh, boom, there's your iron gwazi. Look at this, isn't this gorgeous? Crazy. No wait time. The watering hole. Little hangout zone here. Nice new paint scheme here. Gwazi gliders. 3-point shootouts. It's nice. It's nice. Work in progress. Alright, let's keep going, guys. So this is why I say bring these kinds of masks, you know. Not only are they just a little bit nicer on your face when it's hot and humid, they require you to wear masks in the park even if you are 100 feet away from the next person, you know. So a lot of folks that come in here wearing those cloth masks, I'm not going to say that I didn't. I did the very first day, and I quickly wised up. I learned that that was a rather uncomfortable feeling to have essentially a shirt wrapped around my face. And you do want to stay cool and hydrated because these masks do have a tendency to dry you out. And and make you pretty dehydrated. But guys, here, take a look at this. This is pretty neat. Here, let's reverse it. Ooh, we got some parrots. Look at that. Now, that's one of my favorite things, theme park. It's a theme park, well, loosely, but it's also an animal exhibit. So you can see tortoises, Komodo dragons while you're standing in line. You have parrots, you have alligators, you have, you know, hippos, giraffes. I mean, it really is quite neat. It's very, so take a look here. They're just hanging out. Not too hot just yet. They're at the Garden Gate Cafe here. Really nice. Now I'm just trying to basically stay shaded. There's a Coke canopy there. We're gonna just take this walkway. You know, honestly guys, I don't even know where I'm at. This is my third time here, and my wife and I, we did not explore this theme park too terribly long. So I'm just happy to be here, really. Just a little break from my day-to-day stresses. And if you pick the right path, you can stay nice and shaded, burn a little sweat, and occasionally ride a ride. Oh, we're coming across a direction here. Got your SheiKra. Guazi. The last time we came here, Stanley Falls Flume was closed, and we didn't make it out to Sesame Street because we didn't have our son with us. Maybe this is something that we'll do today, that I'll do today at least. Here you got some beautiful pink flamingos. As you walk over this walkway, you know, this theme park, like I said before, it really is quite a beautiful theme park. It's very unique. Hey, look, Elmo, Big Bird, and canceled. I'm kidding, Grouch. Wow, that's a lot of pink. You got a mask relaxation zone, which are great. You have one right here in the canopy section. If in case you hadn't seen my video before you came, look at these beautiful birds, including you got some ducks. You got a peacock. It really is quite lovely. And some folks don't even come here to ride rides. They just come here to relax. Walkabout way, bird gardens, aviaries. I told my wife today, at the very least, I was gonna do Tigris, because the last time that we came, I rode Montu, Cobra Curse, which is cute for what it is. I also rode Cheetah Run, which is awesome. Speaking of which, I intend on making a video that rates the roller coasters in the order that I would personally do them. And they're not always going to be the ones that have flips, spoiler alert. But oh god. I hear Elmo. We must be in the Sesame Street. Here we go. Let's see where we are. Whoa! Look at this. See a turtle right over there? Tortoise. Oh, beautiful show. Safari of Fun at Busch Gardens. 10:30 to 5. Even they have their little roller coaster. Well, you can get them started while they're young, I guess, huh? 11:30, 1:30, 3:45, 12:30, story time. Look at that. See, this is a cute little area for children. Very cute little area. Take a look at their roller coaster. That's a pretty steep incline. This is an amateur hour for the children.
Busch Gardens is committed to the health and safety of all.
Look at this. Little carousel there for children. Little log ride. Little cars there. Oh yeah, this is lovely.
In Busch Gardens, Tampa.
All right. Is that Grover? Yeah, Eric Grover. Look at this lovely little splash pad. I love SheiKra. I absolutely love that ride. You know, the first time I rode that ride, I told the passenger to the right of me, I said, that's the example of a great ride where you don't necessarily need a million flips, you don't need nothing too crazy, and you get an amazing feel. It's that anticipation of the drop. And once that drop comes, I mean, you see it coming. It's the anticipation of the drop. See how it just puts you there and suspends you? And that's what I'm talking about. Alright, let's get closer. I still don't know where I am, but I am closer to SheiKra than I was before. Let's walk down these steps. There's your little railroad there. That'll actually take you from one side of the park, I believe it's Stanleyville, all the way to the opposite side, near Africa if I'm not mistaken. This is just awesome right here though. This is, if you are somebody who loves engineering, just take a look at this. This is just so neat. I am literally sitting right here beside SheiKra if I wanted to. Lunch next to the Zambia Smokehouse, where I'll see folks pull up right beside me. Vroom. And just like that. Zoom. Let's wait and see what comes our way. And if you guys know me pretty well, you know I love theme parks and I love thrill rides. Well, we got SheiKra just getting over that steep incline, and it's pulling around right before the very first drop. Now, if you've ridden the ride, you know that this is the second drop right over here. Here's your second drop right over here. And the release. I mean, come on, that is just sick. Well guys, I think I went through enough about the theme park as of right now. I know that you probably have a million different questions that you can ask, and you're more than welcome to leave those in the comment section below. But just rest assured, if you're coming out here, make sure you freeze a bottle of water. If you're by yourself and you just want to do a quick run, freeze a bottle of water, come out here, let that melt as you're enjoying your rides. Make sure you bring your own hand sanitizers. The ones that they do provide have a little too much alcohol, will dry out your skin if you do not moisturize them. And have fun. These guys are doing their part. I mean, employing or wearing them. They're sanitizing the rides very regularly, and you know, just support the business. You're gonna have a great time. Right now, they're actually riding without anybody on it because they just sanitized it. See here? Out of all of them, there's 2 folks sitting on that ride right now because they've sanitized the first and third row. So, woo, almost got me. So come out, enjoy it, have fun. Also, make sure, alright guys, enough talking about the theme park. I'm about to go ride some myself. Maybe, if you're lucky, maybe if I'm gutsy, I'll record myself riding some of them. In any which case, hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Have a great day. Ooh, I couldn't actually wait. I'm actually about to ride SheiKra. First thing at 11 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even drink a full cup of coffee. I just thought, you know, I'm gonna hop on a roller coaster. It's the same thing. So let's watch how I react to SheiKra. It never gets old. This is my third time riding the ride. Not today. The 3 times I've been here. All right, let's go. If the ride is too busy, here are the green indicators. See, this is what they've done to keep us separated. Woo! Whoa, I just rode SheiKra first row, and I gotta say, my 3rd time riding the ride. First time was in the front, 2nd time was in the center. This time was in the front all the way to the outskirts on the right side. That is probably by far the coolest seat on the ride. If you can, front row furthest to the right. The first time I rode it was furthest to the left, furthest to the right is where it's at. Unfortunately, the monitors are down. There's no photos today, so. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on to the next one, which I believe will be Tigris. This will be my very first time riding Tigris, so I'm super excited about riding it. I wish you guys can join me. Unfortunately, you can't, but I'll let you know all about it afterwards. Thank you. That sad moment when you finish all of your ice cold water and now have to either rely on your saliva or buying a $4 bottle of water that costs 90-something cents in a gas station. Well, you know what? It's a beautiful day. Can't complain. Unfortunately, though, today on September 1st, Log Flume Ride is still closed. I don't know what's going on here. It was not really an impressive ride to begin with. It was like a drop. That's about it. There's no story. There's no nothing. It's kind of like Congo. It's a little dated. But even then, for it to not be active for the 3rd time that I come here, it's starting to make me worry with it. I mean, if this ride is just going to be replaced, and if it does, something probably better will come along. If not, I mean, who knows? It kind of sucks. But let's look at the map here. So, we're all the way over here. SheiKra, Tigris, which is actually right over there. Stanley Flumes, which is unfortunately down. Scorpion, old ride, 40 years old. You'll still get beat up riding that one. Falcon's Fury is probably my next one on my list. Kumba. And I've already done Cobra's Curse, Montu, so recently that I can probably put that aside. Cheetah Hunt, every time I've ridden the ride, I was always, actually both times was in the last row, which I think you get the best thrill on this one in the front. If you guys don't know much about Cheetah Hunt, think about it like the rock and rolling roller coaster, or like the Hulk, where it shoots you really quick. The unique thing about the Cheetah Hunt is that it'll actually shoot you like 60 miles an hour 3 times, and in such weird moments. In any which case, it's an awesome ride. It's so awesome. The seats are great. You don't come out too beat up or anything like that. Busch Gardens has a very high quality standard for when it comes to rides. But look at the queue for Tigris. Five minutes, can't beat that. So, which brings me to one of my other advices here. If you're going to be visiting the theme park and the rides are only 5 minutes, the queues are only 5 minutes long, I encourage you, bring Dramamine, bring a motion sickness, because if you ride these rides too quickly, I mean, even the most experted rider will get sick. So make yourself aware that these lines are non-existent. So to prevent yourself from feeling ill, take a Dramamine. Make sure that you take that an hour before you start your activities, so that way you can ride these rides and not have to concern yourself with getting sick in the middle of your day. That's the last thing that you want to do. But these queues are all very short. Look, I did SheiKra in like a minute and a half. I went up there, got to the first line, sat down, done. Now this one is looking to be the same, and I'm sure everything else during the work week will be exactly the same. So go ahead, prevent yourself from getting sick and ruining your vacation out here. Take that Dramamine, come out here and ride these rides to your stomach's galore. But don't sabotage yourself either. Don't sabotage your experience here. So with that being said, I'm gonna hop on Tigris. I'll let you know how it goes. Let's get started. Alright, so finally a ride that ruined my hair. I actually just got off of Tigris now, and I gotta say, I mean, for what it is, it's fine. It's got a small footprint. It doesn't occupy too much of the theme park's floor plan. But I'll say this. It kind of bruised me up a little bit, and I was sitting in the middle of the ride. It wasn't something that I was sitting so far back or up front. Seats are really weird. They're incredibly narrow. You got foot padding on your shins. You got some fairly decent seats on them, but the ride does an inversion up in the peak area that I saw somebody came out with, like, rubbing their neck. It wasn't my neck in particular. I'm probably a little bit taller, but right over here in the jaw area, it kind of got me as it did the inversion. But you know, otherwise it's a 30-second, 40-second ride. It's fairly entertaining. Would I do it more than like once in a day? No, probably once is just fine. Otherwise, you're gonna come home with some bruises. You're gonna have to do some explaining. But you know, it was all right. Rate probably out of 10, 6. Queue is pretty nice. Otherwise, pretty mediocre. Alright, well, we're on to Falcon's Fury. I thought that I was going to ride Falcon's Fury, but I made the wrong turn and ended up at Kumba. So, I guess I gotta ride Kumba. For those who've never seen Kumba, here is a smidget of the ride. This music is only fitting. Those poor brave souls. And just like that, we did Kumba. That's one of those great old roller coasters that still holds up super well. You ride it, you don't come out of it all beat up and whatnot. Awesome ride. Probably one of like the, anybody can tell you if they've been here long enough, if they've ridden rides, I'm sure Kumba is by far one of the best roller coasters in the theme park. Maybe second to Mon 2. And you know, despite its age, has just aged so well. So right now, I'm heading over to Falcon's Fury. I did that one for the first time last week, and I really enjoyed it. I don't get scared too much of these drop towers. I really, to be honest, don't get scared much of any kind of roller coaster. You know, you get your initial, you're scared because you're don't know what you're scared of the unknown. But as far as like theme park rides and such, I get probably more scared riding a ride at a fair than I do at a theme park, just because it's not as reputable, and the upkeep is probably not as good. But Falcon's Fury, as far as the drop towers is concerned, is one of my favorites that I've done. It forces you to stare at the floor as you're riding, so I think that that's pretty thrilling, and it keeps you there suspended. And that's a part of the ride, is just the anticipation of the drop. Yeah, no kidding, huh? And it's just great. It's just one of those rides that is just, if you're not afraid of dropping feet, you know, you'll have a good time. I'm probably gonna be the only one that rides that ride because it looks like this place is really empty right now. The theme park altogether is very, very empty. As you can see, there's a lot of stands that are closed. There's kettle corn and ice beer. There's a couple of these little sideshow attractions that are also closed. Otherwise, the only ride that I didn't see operating was the Flume. But I'm actually right here at the Falcon's Fury, and I'm about to hop on. Thanks. Hoping you guys have a chance to come out here. You can come out here. Hi, bud. Alright, I'll think about it. So yeah, we're about to ride some rides. And there you have it, Falcon's Fury. It's tall as heck. When you get to the very top and you see the entire theme park, it's just so cool, so thrilling. And then it's when it turns even 90 degrees that it heightens, you know, the sense of like excitement. But it's awesome, man. This is much better than Dr. Doom's Fear Fall, where essentially you're lifted really fast, but the rest of the ride is kind of. This one does a good job of what it does. Slowly pulls you up to the top, lets you sit up there, kind of makes you think about all of your past mistakes, especially if it's your first time, your regret, and then flips you down, and then from there you fall very quickly. So let's go. I'm about to enter the queue. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Two minutes later and you're done. I forgot how hot those seats get. It's right smack dab in the middle of the theme park, and there's no shadows. It just burns the heck out of the seat, and then you get on there and you get hot, and then it lifts you 300 feet closer to the sun. But you know what? The views are just exceptional. It really is a fun ride, and you gotta make sure when you ride that ride that you always have your hands up. If you don't have your hands up, you defeat the purpose of riding the ride. Alright, I'm gonna do one more and I'm gonna head out, but make sure that if you like this video, to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to leave any comments below if you have any questions about Busch Gardens and what they're doing to keep us safe. But right now, I'm on my way to ride cheetah hunt, which would be my very, very first time. God, I hope I can ride it with the front rows. My very first time running a front row. So thanks again for tuning in. Keep your eyes peeled, hit the subscribe button, keep your eyes peeled for top 10 rides in Busch Gardens. The ones you have to ride and the ones that you can pass, and where to sit on each ride. Before we get to the cheetah, take a look at this. Hey, wave at that guy. What's up, elephant? Even he's trying to keep cool. Alright, so without any further ado, I'm gonna just keep trekking along until I get to cheetah hunt, and I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and comment below, and make sure you share this video with all your friends if you're planning to come here. Make sure if you have any questions to leave those questions down below. Thank you. Alright everybody, so I just did the cheetah hunt, and I did cheetah hunt twice. I did cheetah hunt twice because unfortunately, due to the COVID, for whatever reason, you can't just hang around waiting for the first row. So I rode it the first 2 times all the way in the last row, last row. Then this second time, well, just today, I got 3rd row. At the very end, I finally got the very first row. It goes without saying that with a ride like cheetah hunt, you need to ride the first row. It's so crazy, that ride, because you're on it, and when you're looking out, you can't even see the head of the roller coaster. You think you're actually sitting on the rails, and it's really like no other ride. I mean, it's just so crazy. And when it does its little inversion, it's so casual. It's like a little fart. It's like, oh, okay, no big deal. We just did an inversion. Tend to keep going. The ride is long. There's a reason why it's very popular. It almost reminds me of, I'm gonna say like Rock and Rolling Roller Coaster, you know, because of that quick acceleration, or California Scream back in Disney World, because of that launch. But it's a little bit more to it than just that. It's still a very, very fun ride, nevertheless. I always have a good time when I'm on it, whether it's the last row or the very first row. It's just one of those rides that you want to ride in the very first row. But I'm done for today, guys. I did the rides that I want to do, namely Tigris and SheiKra. That's what I came in here for. I'll discuss a little bit more about the bronze, gold, platinum, and silver package in just a bit. But I hope you enjoyed my day here at Tampa, and if you're planning a trip out here, I hope you listen to a couple of little bits of advice that I gave you, namely the mask, trying to do the silver package if you're local, save some money, get a couple of perks. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to have a good time. Folks here are doing a great job of keeping everybody safe. You know, it's going to be hot, so make sure that you have water. Make sure you drink water the day before. Come in hydrated. You know, make sure you get the tall cup so you can get your free refills for the day. But if you see value in the package, do the silver pack. That way you can at least save on the parking and a couple of other things in the inside of the park. With that being said, guys, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a blast when you visit Tampa and visit Busch Gardens. Thank you. Bye. Two minutes later and you're done. I forgot how hot those seats get. It's right smack dab in the middle of the theme park, and there's no shadows. It just burns the heck out of the seat, and then you get on there and you get hot, and then it lifts you 300 feet closer to the sun. But you know what? The views are just exceptional. It really is a fun ride, and you gotta make sure when you ride that ride that you always have your hands up. If you don't have your hands up, you defeat the purpose of riding the ride. All right. I'm gonna do one more and I'm gonna head out. But make sure that if you like this video, to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to leave any comments below if you have any questions about Busch Gardens and what they're doing to keep us safe. But right now, I'm on my way to ride cheetah hunt, which would be my very, very first time. God, I hope I can ride it with the front rows. My very first time riding a front row. So thanks again for tuning in. Keep your eyes peeled, hit the subscribe button, keep your eyes peeled for top 10 rides in Busch Gardens. The ones you have to ride and the ones that you can pass, and where to sit on each ride. Before we get to the cheetah, take a look at this. Hey, wave at that guy. What's up, elephant? Even he's trying to keep cool. Alright, so without any further ado, I'm gonna just keep trekking along until I get to cheetah hunt, and I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and comment below, and make sure you share this video with all your friends if you're planning to come here. Make sure if you have any questions to leave those questions down below. Thank you. Alright everybody, so I just did the cheetah hunt, and I did cheetah hunt twice. I did cheetah hunt twice because unfortunately, due to the COVID, for whatever reason, you can't just hang around waiting for the first row. So I rode it the first 2 times all the way in the last row, last row. Then this second time, well, just today, I got 3rd row. At the very end, I finally got the very first row. It goes without saying that with a ride like cheetah hunt, you need to ride the first row. It's so crazy, that ride, because you're on it, and when you're looking out, you can't even see the head of the roller coaster. You think you're actually sitting on the rails, and it's really like no other ride. I mean, it's just so crazy. And when it does its little inversion, it's so casual. It's like a little fart. It's like, oh, okay, no big deal. We just did an inversion. Tend to keep going. The ride is long. There's a reason why it's very popular. It almost reminds me of, I'm gonna say like Rock and Rolling Roller Coaster, you know, because of that quick acceleration, or California Scream back in Disney World, because of that launch. But it's a little bit more to it than just that. It's still a very, very fun ride. Nevertheless, I always have a good time when I'm on it, whether it's the last row or the very first row. It's just one of those rides that you want to ride in the very first row. But I'm done for today, guys. I did the rides that I want to do, namely Tigris and SheiKra. That's what I came in here for. I'll discuss a little bit more about the bronze, gold, platinum, and silver package in just a bit. But I hope you enjoyed my day here at Tampa, and if you're planning a trip out here, I hope you listen to a couple of little bits of advice that I gave you, namely the mask, trying to do the silver package if you're local, save some money, get a couple of perks. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to have a good time. Folks here are doing a great job of keeping everybody safe. You know, it's going to be hot, so make sure that you have water. Make sure you drink water the day before. Come in hydrated. You know, make sure you get the tall cup so you can get your free refills for the day. But if you see value in the package, do the silver pack. That way you can at least save on the parking and a couple of other things in the inside of the park. With that being said, guys, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a blast when you visit Tampa and visit Busch Gardens. Thank you. Bye.